Thank you very much. I gotta tell you, after today, I thought you'd have me come in and sing, but my speaking ability, I didn't think you guys would want to hear me again, you know? It's honestly an honor to be with you here at Blackthorn Resort, and I have to tell you what you guys are doing, what we're standing up for here, for our freedoms, our medical freedoms, for our Constitution. Honestly, it's a document that lives and breathes, and it lives and breathes with all of us. So I just want to thank you all very much for being here, for doing this, for making me a part of it. Man, that food smells really good, by the way. I got to tell you, when you get on the campaign trail, you go hours and hours and hours and hours, and it feels like a day without eating. That smells so good right there. But I have to tell you, I'll give you the Reader's Digest version of this. I promise it'd be 5 minutes or less over here. So I don't want to break any comments. See, he wants me to sing over there, but you don't want to hear me sing. If you want to hear everybody clear out, you'll listen to me sing. But the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, what I'll tell you, what you will get from a Giuliani administration on day one, we work to end bail reform, period, and we protect our officers' qualified immunity, and we end the war on cops. It must end, ladies and gentlemen. We have to really understand that our cops are part of the solution and not part of the problem. So I can tell you, there's not going to be anybody that you elect as governor who's going to be a closer ally to our police all around the state than Andrew Giuliani. We're also going to make sure that our children, yes, our children, have more choice in education. Hey, I got a question for you guys. By a show of hands, how many people would stand up and speak if you knew your child was getting indoctrinated in school? How many people?
I would.
She would? Who else? Well, it's so nice to be with so many domestic terrorists here tonight, I gotta tell you. It's amazing. Look, the truth is, no CRT, no diversity, equity, and inclusion, no teaching gender ideology at 5, 6, 7 years old. That all ends on January 1st, 2023, when you elect me into office, because the truth is, we cannot live as a society in this state if we're going to teach this chaos. That's what it is. It's absolute chaos, and it starts with schools and our kids. It starts with taking on this gross teachers union. Look, there are a lot of really good teachers out there. A lot of really good teachers in public schools. But the truth is, the teachers union is a shill for the Democratic Party, and we know that, and unfortunately, they continue to promulgate this problem by funding and endorsing Democratic candidates. I know they're coming after me, so I'm coming after them. It's as simple as possible. The good teachers that are out there that want to teach our students, we're going to make sure that we support them and give them the resources so that way they can do that. But I have to tell you, the bad teachers that are out there that are trying to tell our students these lies, that are trying to say that your gender is fungible at 5, 6, and 7 years old, I don't stand for that. I know all of you here do not stand for that as well, and they will seek the consequences of it when I am governor in about 9 short months. Also, and I think this is very important, very true to our hearts, and I said this before, but I'll say it again, on day one of our administration, all of these unconstitutional mandates end on day one of this administration. And anybody who's lost their job because of these unconstitutional mandates will get their job back, and state employees will get their job back with back pay, period. We also will make sure that New York State will be liable for any vaccine injuries that New York State has caused by forcing people to get this shot. And by the way, I heard that today as we were wrapping up. There was some very, very smart person. I think it was Donna. That's my mother's name too, by the way. I think it was Donna who went out and said, call it what it is. This is a shot. This is not a vaccine. She's absolutely right. A vaccine you don't have to get every 4 months, right? Let's be clear about this. This is a shot. I have stood up and I have said very, very clearly, I have not gotten the shot because I looked at the science on this, and it makes no sense for me to get it. I had the antibodies. Why would I get the shot? Other Republican candidates have said, it's your choice. I'm the only one that chose not to get the shot. Everybody else chose to get it. That's fine. That's their choice to do that. But I'm the only one that's actually standing up for it. That's saying, you know what? It might have made my life a little bit harder in New York City because I'd have to show an ID and I couldn't get into places. Think about that. To vote, I didn't have to show an ID, but to eat a cheeseburger inside, I had to show an ID. It shows how absurd it is right there. But I made sure that I stood up for what I believe in, like everybody here is doing. I know we all have our personal stories. I said this before. I know we all have our personal stories, and I know every single one of you has stood up and put something on the line for this, whether it be small or large. Like, I know so many people that I met here lost their job or in the midst of losing their job. What I can tell you is I will make sure that I stand up for you the way that you're standing up for our Constitution, the way that you're standing up for our freedoms. So I'm humbled and honored to be with you here tonight, and thank you very much for having me. I think that was pretty close to 5 minutes. 8 minutes? 7 minutes? Okay, pretty close. So, you know, it's funny. I get the biggest applause when it's like, yeah, you're done. Hey, you're done. No, I'm kidding. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for standing up for everything. God bless America, and God bless the great state of New York. Thank you.